Bear, did you know you were like at the top of your game and like where was your when we touched on mentality and like confidence, like where was your mentality and confidence now that you're at the top?
In first year?
Well, just in general, like him talking like you're a 2-time MVP, like you play Team Canada, like where's your mindset now?
Oh, there was nobody better than me. Untouchable. I like firmly believed it was like it reached a point that, because a lot of people don't know that, so like when I went to X, I didn't come home any summer. I stayed at X or I went away and I trained every single summer. Like I legitimately trained every single summer. It wasn't like I'm coming back to Halifax or Bear's coming home. It's like, what's Bear doing? Man, he's in Antigonish. What's Bear doing? Oh, he's in Vancouver for the summer. What's Bear? It's like I was never coming home, right? So I was always keeping myself distant to try and get better at the game. And I learned a lot from working with Doc, believe it or not. Doc told me the biggest thing Doc ever told me, he was like, you got to stop worrying about the person in front of you and worry about the next defender. He's like, when you can do that, he's like, that's when you're at the level where like you're unstoppable. And Doc taught me how to do that. Like I was at a point where like the guy in front of me, I knew I was going to beat 100 out of 100 times. I knew it. I just knew it. I was like, I'm going to blow by you, but what is your help going to do and where's it going to come from? And like exactly, and that's what like made me able to like, if as crazy as it sounds, as athletic and as fast and as much as I loved attacking the hoop, I almost never got called for a charge because I knew what the guy coming was going to do, how he was going to angle me, where he was going to set up. I never got called for charges. Like it was very rare, but I was always attacking at a high speed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm coming at a high speed, but they still can't get in front of me because I'm watching the first guy. I already know him. I'm beating you. First step. Now, what's the next guy going to do? And then it will always be my pro hop, my spin.
Thing to hear you say that, because Doc would he consistently to this day emphasizes that. And a lot of the guys look at him and like, man, what's this guy talking about? Talking about type 1, 2, type 3, type 4, type.
Yep.
And everyone's like laughing at him. But to hear someone like you, who was like one of the all-time greatest players at X, give Doc the credit and the fact that he helped you a lot, like that's making me like,
yo.
And
Doc had me in the gym doing like the like most unorthodox drills. And I mean, it wasn't just like 2-3 times a week. I was with Doc 5, 6 times a week, two, sometimes 3 times a day, doing like a jab step. He's teaching me the proper way to do a jab step, proper way to do a step through, proper way to do a pro hop, proper way to beat your man. He's like, listen, to beat your man, he said, all you have to do, one move. He said, every one move. He said, sometimes make 2 moves, but the 2 moves don't have to be a ha-ha. He said, go take the ball here to here. You're gonna beat your man. He said, boom, boom. You're beating your man. You're too fast. You're too athletic.
What are you talking about? This ha-ha.
Right? It's, man, all the stuff he says, it works, bro. He taught me like every single day. Like I was in there listening to Doc. He's telling me, okay, on your shot. Like the craziest thing he told me about my shot, he was like, okay, so your form's nice, blah, blah, this is nice. He said, when you jump, you hold it a little too long. Yo, we were in the gym, like for I think it was like 3 weeks at least. Every evening session. So the morning sessions was all attacking the hoop and then handle and whatnot. The evening session, we go in and shoot. I'd shoot and he would tell me when to shoot. I'd jump up to shoot and he would tell me when to release the ball. We had to do that for weeks and weeks and weeks before I was able to reach it to release it at the right point consistently and keep my arms straight, land softly. Yeah, man. There's Doc is like, the people who are there right now and don't take advantage of his basketball mind, they're idiots. Like it's like, what are you doing with your time, man? Like, what are you doing? Talk to Doc.
So this is a big thing. Like you were from Halifax and you still didn't choose to go home. And there's guys. The only person currently doing that is Azaro, who lives in the Bahamas, and he comes from dirt poor. So it just so happens the fact that like he just doesn't have the ability to go home, but he's the one guy that stays there. He's been staying there every summer, and he's like, man, I keep getting better every summer. But then there's other guys that are like,
I can attest to that.
They contemplated, and they're like, should I do it? Should I not? And so like,
shout out Roker.
Yeah, man, Z's improved so much, and that's.
I'll give him respect. Yeah.
What would you tell like someone? What's the benefit of staying in like a small town away from your friends just to work on your game?
I mean, well, the biggest thing is, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? Every day you wake up, you're going to be like, man, I'm bored. Because I mean, I don't know, I haven't been there in a while, but when I was there was nothing to do. It was like
Same.
you wake up, the only thing you had to do was go to the gym, work on your game, then come back, eat, chill for a bit, watch whatever on the computer, then go back to the gym. There was no like, because it's not X in the summer, right? It used to
Yeah.
turn into some kind of hotel or something, and so you would just be there with no students, some kids taking summer classes, but nothing's going on. At the end of the day, nothing's going on, and going to Halifax, everything's going on. And where I'm from, every good thing, every bad thing was going on. And I knew that, I got to stay here. The only way for me to get better is to stay here because I've never done it before. Like I've spent summers with Tyler and those guys. I've spent summers with my friends. I've spent summers doing the whole running the city, training here, training that kind of thing. But I've never spent the summer training with my coach ever, right? So away from everything, where the only fun thing I had to do was play ball, man. It was crazy.
Thanks for tuning in to TOTFC Podcast. If you liked it and you want to hear more, please share it with a friend, a family member, a teammate, or anybody. Like the video, consider subscribing to TOTFC Podcast.